What's going on, everybody? So here's a video number 2 of my video blog series. Something I really want to talk about that's been on my mind the last couple of days is police accountability. Well, it's actually more to it than that. But we're going to talk about police accountability a little bit. So in the liberty community, liberty movement, there's been a lot of discussion in the last several months about brutalism, right? Certain people seem to really get their kicks off of being brutal to other people. And, you know, us libertarians, voluntarists, anarcho-capitalists, anarchists, however you want to describe us, we are trying to convey this message of peace, freedom, peace, prosperity to the entire world, right? And I personally don't think it's productive. In fact, I think it's counterproductive if you're being derogatory and hateful to people. Yeah, I realize that statism is a disease, that statism is a really immoral mindset and an immoral philosophy, if you want to even call it that, to subscribe to. But, you know, if I was some Verizon customer representative or ambassador or however you want to call it, and I had a uniform on and whatnot, and I was working, and I was just degrading customers as they try to come up to me and get some help, or as I was trying to sell them a product, and I was degrading them, belittling them, calling them names, whatever the situation might be. I'm not going to sell them any products by doing that, right? If we want to be a good ambassador to a message, if we want to be a good representative to a message, we need to be attractive enough that people are going to want to listen to us. And I'm not talking about physically attractive. I'm talking about peaceful people who know how to communicate clearly our ideas without getting angry and going on rages, right? So back to the police thing. It disgusts me what policing has become, which is why I got involved with Cop Block and launched the state chapter of Virginia Cop Block, virginiacopblock.org, if anybody wants to check us out and check out what we've done since we've launched. But we want to win over the police too, just like we want to win over our neighbors, just like we want to win over the people at our work or the people outside the courthouses or whatever the situation might be. And we're not going to win the cops over by screaming at them or yelling profane language at them or being derogatory at them. We're not going to win them over. It's as simple as that. It's counterproductive. They're not going to listen to you. They're not going to listen to what you have to say. And if you're getting pulled over, I understand that is a frustrating ordeal. But use that as an opportunity to communicate your values, to communicate your belief sets, your mind frames, your philosophy in a peaceful, non-aggressive manner. That is the way we could plant seeds in these people's heads. And the more seeds that get planted, the better chances that these people will snap out of it. I mean, you didn't see Ron Paul back in 2008 and 2012 being derogatory or hateful or brutal towards the public, trying to win trying to win his ideas over on them. Did we? No, we didn't. And he helped wake up millions of people, and it wasn't being brutal. So I really want to implore people to think about what they're doing and what they're saying when they have a message that they want to purport. I don't care what message that is. I don't care if it's about freedom, peace, prosperity. I don't care if it's about I don't care if you're an employee somewhere. I don't care if you're a Christian and you're trying to evangelize to people. You're not going to win people over to any of the messages that you're trying to purport by being hateful, by being derogatory, by being rude. We've got to wake up, people. That is not going to work. So that's about all I wanted to say about the matter. Maybe I need to start writing down some bullet points or some talking points. But I really want to encourage people. Trust me, I know it is frustrating to deal with government bureaucrats, to deal with government agents. I'm involved with one right now. I'm getting sued by a state trooper, right? I'm personally not worried about that because I haven't done anything wrong, but it's still frustrating. It's still frustrating when I'm driving down the road and I'm seeing people getting victimized by the police for non-crimes, for victimless crimes. I understand the situation's frustrating, but we've got to have self-control. We've got to have self-discipline. We've got to keep that mindset of we want to win people over. We don't want to continue to polarize people and not win people over to our ideas. So I think that's all I have to say. Yeah, I think that is. So I hope everybody might, you know, take this with a grain of salt. Consider my advice. Consider my opinions. I mean, I think in my opinion, it's pretty common sense. You know, but apparently people really get their jitters off by being hateful to people. You know, and that actually is the reality of the matter. People do get their jollies off by being hateful, derogatory, because it feels good to lash out against people, right? But there's you simply can't justify it. If your motive is to try and win people over to a cause, and I'm specifically really talking about within the liberty community, and this can also be applied to Christians who are trying to evangelize to people who are not in Christ. If we're not being the example that we want to see, if I'm treating this cop while I'm at a traffic stop with you know, derogatory remarks, hateful language, polarizing language, if I'm treating these people this way, it's not effective. It's counterproductive. They will turn you off. They will not listen to what you have to say, and it's as simple as that. So I hope you take this and run with it. We can see some change if we start maybe tweaking some of our behavior, and if we start maturing a little bit past that childish nonsense that some people are involved in. I guess that's about it. So I might be making another video this weekend. I've had a lot going on in my life, and I kind of want to share that with some people. So I might be making another video this weekend about it. All right. Hope all is well, and I love everybody. I love you all. All right. Take it easy.